Good noon, everyone. Welcome to Nifty Bank Nifty live analysis. Now, as we can see over here, after the sharp move of Nifty, we can see a huge gap down today. And apart from that, more importantly, if you actually try to understand, the gap down basically happened below the yesterday's low. And that is very, very important because if it goes below the yesterday's low, this zone will act like resistance zone. And that is exactly being seen over here, where we can clearly see he attempted once, attempted twice, and all the way time he is not able to go higher. So today we are more bearish on Nifty. That's number one. Number two, we also have the structure over here for the trend line breakdown kind of structure that is also in place. So this is also there. On top of that, TCS is not performing, so Infosys TCS will be out to perform or take Nifty higher, plus Reliance is not performing. So all said and done, kind of chances of a breakdown over here is quite likely. So Nifty में हमें एक breakdown की opportunity ढूंढनी है और TCS, Reliance, Infosys ये सारे stocks चल नहीं रहे हैं और एक अच्छा down move दे सकती है Nifty all the way from 16,150 से लेके 16,100 और अगर शार्प डाउनसाइड मूव आया ग्लोबल मार्केट में, अगर डाउ जोन्स भी अगर नेगेटिव है तो वो आराम से 16,040 के जोन तक भी जा सकता है. So that is very, very important to understand that a good down move can come through. Obviously, you'll wait for some kind of retracement from these levels, coming back into this zone and then coming all the way on the downside. So we are looking out for a breakdown in Nifty, and let us also see from dynamic OI point of view what exactly we can get, and if through dynamic OI also we get the same structure, it will add more confidence. So market is somewhere around we can say 16,130, okay, and 160 is the upper resistance point. So 16,130 current market position, 14 July weekly expiry and OTM option. So 14,150 we can see 200 is huge resistance, that is yesterday's closing point, but we can see at 150 also decent OI is there. 16,100 is critical. So obviously it will go to 16,100. So we can say that this is a good support zone, 16,100. But if 16,100 is breached, it can go further down very, very sharply. So at least our first target would be at 16,100. So it should basically go down, try to bounce, and then again go down all the way towards 16,050. This was the yesterday's prior day's move in that same area. So 16,100 पे काफी अच्छा OI है, इस वजह से बहुत ही important support zone जो है वो है 16,100 पर है. बट आइडिया यही है कि अगर यहाँ से ब्रेक करता है तो एक और डाउन साइड रैली देखने को मिलेगी निफ्टी में. So let's have a quick check on Bank Nifty as well. So if I try to see on Bank Nifty, so Bank Nifty had strong move on the upside because of the strong green dots, plus zooming on the upside one way, and then we can see comes back down, tries to revive up, but again he's trying to come back down. So even for Bank Nifty, one thing is very strong. This is a strong downside move can come through, but ideally if I try to see that for downside, this zone will act like support. So what we need to understand, the prior resistance zone will act like support zone. So this entire zone is acting like a support zone for Bank Nifty. So Nifty can crack down fast compared to Bank Nifty because Bank Nifty is coming into the support zone. So it can basically kind of bounce back from this area. So that is quite likely. But if it breaks on the downside, it can easily fall into the lower area of yesterday's close to this zone is quite possible. So even for Bank Nifty, we can say that, okay, fine, that if it kind of sustains and if it breaks on the downside, then it can come down towards 35,100 zone. So अगर Bank Nifty sideways रहता है और अगर नया हाई नहीं बनाता है तो उसके बाद अगर वो ये जोन के अंदर सस्टेन कर जाता है और ट्रेंड लाइन के नीचे रहता है तो एक शार्प फॉल ऑफ 250 पॉइंट्स बैंक निफ्टी में आ सकता है और ऑब्वियसली उस वजह से निफ्टी को वो और लोअर ले जा सकता है 16,100 से भी नीचे. सो बैंक निफ्टी will play a critical role in pushing the Nifty on the downside. So right now there is no clear trade in Bank Nifty for upside, neither on the downside. And more so, rather than taking Bank Nifty on the downside, I would basically focus on Nifty for the downside trade. So that would be the idea over here. Let us quickly also watch the dynamic OI part. And if I can have some inputs from dynamic OI, market is trading at 35,250. So 35,250, 14 July OTM. So 35,250 is somewhere over here, and we can clearly see 60,000, almost 1 lakh contract at 35,300. And that is very, very important to understand. Once 35,200 is taken out, there is a sharp fall. So more interestingly, if you actually see 35,200 is very, very important. सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट जोन हो गया है 35,200. अगर 35,200 के नीचे बैंक निफ्टी रहता है तो एक शार्प डाउन साइड मूव आपको बैंक निफ्टी में देखने मिलेगा. सो 35,200 बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट जोन है बैंक निफ्टी के लिए फॉर डाउन साइड. तो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट जोन फॉर बैंक निफ्टी 35,200, और अगर इस जोन के नीचे सस्टेन कर जाता है तो एक शार्प फॉल ऑलमोस्ट 150-200 पॉइंट्स का फॉल देखने को मिलेगा. और इसी फॉल की वजह से जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि निफ्टी ऑलमोस्ट 16,100 के नीचे भी जा सकता है. So agenda today is to catch reversal, or you can say breakdown in Nifty and Bank Nifty. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure that you like and subscribe and also on the notification ताकि आपको सारे updates timely मिल जाएं. Till then, goodbye and let's catch up tomorrow.